With all that's going on in the world, it is important to recognise and remember the following scripture in Ephesians. For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the powers of this dark world, and against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms. Paul wrote this whilst in prison. He had every reason to hate and despise the people who beat him and threw him in his cell. But he saw from what was happening from a spiritual perspective. He understood that those who arrested him were not the enemy. There is a war going on in the spirit realm, and it is imperative that we recognise that our enemy is not our neighbour or our government or other world leaders. Our enemy is a devil who has already been defeated. The war has already been won on the cross. Jesus took our sin and sickness on the cross, and Ephesians 1 tells us God raised him up from the dead and seated him at the right hand in the heavenly realms, far above every rule and authority and power and dominion, in every name that is named, not only in this age, but also in the one to come. God's victory over evil is our inheritance. So I want to encourage you to fight this battle in the spiritual realm, but also fight from victory, not for victory. Jesus said, I have told you these things so that in me you may have peace. In this world you will have trouble, but take heart, I have overcome the world.